Monday, Jason Robards, Steve Guttenberg, JoBeth Williams, and John Lithgow in the most watched television movie in history, The Day After. Parental discretion is advised.
Come on in to Body Firm, where you'll lose inches and gain a smile. Relax. The body toning tables do the work. No appointment, no membership, no fatigue, no sweat. Just lose inches and gain a smile. In '89, Body Firm guarantees you'll lose 2 to 9 inches the first week with unlimited usage for just $89. Over 20 Body Firms in the greater Puget Sound area. Call 774-EASY for the Body Firm near you. Stop in for a free session. You'll become a firm believer.
This is a test of the Jeopardy broadcast system. This station is conducting a test of your skill at Jeopardy. This is only a test.
The category, presidents. Though in real life he was between McKinley and Taft, on Mount Rushmore he's between Jefferson and Lincoln. Good luck.
This was only a test, but if you said, "Who is Teddy Roosevelt?" you're ready for an actual Jeopardy game and are advised to tune to this station.
Test yourself, weeknights at 7:30 on Channel 4.
Now back to regular programming. Think it won't happen to you? Think it won't happen at home? Think it won't happen here? Think again. Whether you like it or not, crime touches your life. That's why KOMO News 4 is dedicating a whole month to looking at crime in our community. And most importantly, telling you what you need to know to protect yourself. Crime Crackdown, beginning February 1st, only on KOMO News 4.
Here's Cal Worthington and his dog Spot.
If you're a little short of cash, go see Cal. Trouble's over in a flash, go see Cal.
The down payment he'll arrange. Get a 10-day trial exchange. Go see Cal, go see Cal, go see Cal.
If you buy a new Ford car or truck from any dealer, I'll give you this cordless telephone. You don't have to buy from me. All I want you to do is see me first, give me first chance to deal, and I'll stand on my head to beat anybody's deal. It's Worthington Ford in Federal Way. We're open till midnight every day. Give us a call. Call us collect.
KOMO TV4. The following is a rebroadcast of KOMO 4 News.
You're watching KOMO TV4 in Seattle. Live from Seattle, this is KOMO News 4.
Good evening, I'm Keith Eldridge.
And I'm Emily Langlie.
Ted Bundy has now confessed to 10 more murders, 2 in Idaho and 8 in Utah.
Utah officials say tonight Bundy confessed to 2 more murders than those in which he is a suspect. Less than 30 hours from now, Theodore Bundy is scheduled to die in the Florida electric chair. But today, Bundy is grabbing at a new strategy for staying alive. As KOMO's Tim Hillard reports, Bundy is trying to prove he is insane so he cannot be executed.
A cold rain pelted the Florida prison today, where inside Ted Bundy was talking again, this time to Idaho detectives. In candid admissions yesterday, Bundy confessed to 12 murders, including 8 women brutally killed in the Northwest. But Bundy hasn't stopped playing games. He tantalized Washington detectives with hints of 3 other Northwest victims. And Utah police were told Bundy would talk to them, then told he would not.
Oh, deeply frustrating, yes, for me, and of course we feel that frustration through the families and the loved ones of these victims back in Utah.
Clearly, Bundy is playing for time, but Florida's governor won't deal. Floridians don't want him to.
I think if you killed that many people, I ain't no judge. I think they ought to go ahead and get rid of him. I believe, but I might be wrong now, I don't know. If they got a reason to stop it, well, I guess they got a reason, but I know if they turned him loose in Lake City, they wouldn't have to kill him. They'd kill him over there.
Reporters began converging on the prison site today, only to learn Bundy has called off his Monday news conference. Instead, Bundy will see a psychiatrist. It's an apparent final attempt to block his execution by claiming he's mentally ill and thus legally can't be killed. But prison plans proceed like clockwork. Florida's execution chamber stands just off the highway. And today, the executioner was checking the chair.
From his actions, it appears Bundy believes that his appeals have at last been exhausted. He is scheduled to die at 7 a.m. Tuesday morning. Tim Hillard, KOMO News 4, Stark, Florida.
Well, Washington investigator Bob Keppel stayed late into the night at the Florida prison.
And Tim has been tracking those talks. He joins us now by phone from Stark, Florida. Tim, did Bob Keppel get any more information about the Washington cases from Ted Bundy?
A little bit, Keith. He met with Bundy for 45 minutes late tonight. Keppel says Bundy was tired, fatigued, and uncovered no new bodies in the Northwest other than the 8 to 11 he confessed to yesterday. Bundy did hint, however, that his killing spree may have started in 1973. That's a year earlier than the first confirmed Ted murder. But Bundy was very vague, saying only he remembered picking someone up near Tumwater. Bundy did confess, as you said, to 8 Utah murders tonight. That is nearly twice the number they suspected. Together with the 2 admitted Idaho slayings, Bundy's confirmed body count now totals over 20. But Keppel says there could be many more that Bundy will never admit. Now, Keppel says of Bundy, he is a born killer, someone consumed with murder. Keith, Emily?
Tim, did Keppel say whether he had asked Ted Bundy about the Anne Marie Burr murder in Tacoma, the very young girl that disappeared years ago?
He gave no indication as to whether or not he had a chance to get to each specific murder. What he had hoped for most was a lot more time. But Bundy spent a lot of time with Idaho detectives today. He finally met with the Utah officer who we saw earlier. And thus, by the time he got to Bob Keppel, he was very tired and didn't want to spend a lot of time at all. So Keppel says he was very frustrated that he didn't have more time to get more questions answered by Bundy.
And does Keppel plan to meet with him further?
He hopes to meet with him further, but he suspects that this was the last meeting.
Okay. Tim Hillard, live from Stark, Florida. Thank you very much. Well, this latest round of confessions has proved very difficult for Bundy's Tacoma family. Bundy's mother, Louise, told the Tacoma Morning News Tribune, if Ted is substantiating with facts that he really did do these things, it is the most devastating news of our lives. Louise Bundy says she chose to stay in Tacoma rather than make the long trip to Florida for the chance of only a very brief visit with her son.
Well, those who know Ted Bundy aren't surprised. He's pulling all the strings he can in a last-ditch effort to save his life. Anne Rule wrote a bestseller on the man she considered her friend. She met Ted Bundy in 1971 and worked alongside him for 2 years as a volunteer at the Seattle Crisis Clinic. KOMO's Marianne Cushy talked with Rule, who says Bundy has other motives for confessing.
In talks with investigators this weekend, Ted Bundy admitted for the first time to killing at least 8 women in the state of Washington. Some say he's clearing his conscience, but Anne Rule says Bundy has no conscience or remorse.
I think he is confessing maybe to cover all his bases in case there is something beyond. Since I've known him, he's been Methodist, Mormon, Catholic, and Hindu when it was expedient.
Now that his date with the Florida electric chair seems inevitable, Rule says Bundy is scared, and perhaps now he's feeling what his victims felt, that there is no way out.
Ted's tears are real. He finally realizes that with all the dances and games and maneuvers that he has lost, that he is going to die.
I think he's a very sick person. A very sad, sick person.
Vivian and Dale Rancourt were convinced Bundy killed their daughter Susan after she disappeared from a college class in 1974. But they're reliving the pain of her loss now that Bundy himself has confessed to her murder. Despite the years of investigation and attention on Bundy, no one knows why he committed the murders. The charming, glib, yet devious and ruthless killer may never tell all. But Rule says there is one thing that is certain.
When a man kills as many people as Ted Bundy has, when he's gone, we know he will never kill again.
Rule last talked with Bundy in July of 1979, the same year he was sentenced to the electric chair. She says if Bundy does manage to win a delay of his execution, she will send him a letter by Federal Express to tell him that she is praying for him. Marianne Cushy, KOMO News 4.
Now, tonight, she says that she would like to tell him that she is praying for him. Now, whether or not Ted Bundy talks at a scheduled news conference tomorrow, KOMO News 4 will bring you the latest developments. KOMO TV is the only Northwest news organization allowed into that meeting with Bundy. We'll bring you information from that conference as soon as it's available tomorrow morning. And KOMO News 4 will present a special report on the entire Ted Bundy case tomorrow night at 6:30.